Excuse me, everyone. Sacks! Now that I have your attention.
Tarek Skubal is doing stuff that shouldn't be legal in Detroit, which is saying a lot. Now, Skubal has always had that dog in him. To me, he's always been the perfect, here's my stuff, I'm going to give you the best I got, try and hit it kind of guy. I also love the fact that Skubal wasn't some sexy #1 draft pick. He didn't get drafted till the 9th round back in 2018, the 255th overall pick, and it's like he's made it his life's mission to show the world how stupid they were for picking 254 guys ahead of him. He got surgery in 2022, flexor tendon surgery, and after coming back in 2023, he's been a different pitcher, or a better version of the pitcher he already was. He only threw about 80 innings in 2023, but he was really good. That was the trailer for 2024. Skubal comes out, throws 192 innings, puts up the best ERA in the American League, wins more games than any pitcher in baseball, strikes out more hitters than anyone in baseball. Forget the Cy Young Award. This man got MVP votes. When Stanley said this to Spider-Man back in 2007,
you know, I guess one person can make a difference.
He was talking about Tarek Skubal, because without him, the Tigers don't make the postseason last year. He was the guy who, whenever you needed it, however things were going the other 4 days he wasn't on the mound, you knew he was about to shove it up the other team's ass when it was his turn. So after all that, the Tigers got themselves into a winner-take-all Game 5 against the Guardians, with Tarek Skubal on the mound, who had already had 2 scoreless dominant postseason outings to top his insane regular season. It was lined up perfectly, only for the Guardians to put up 5 against Skubal and knock him and Detroit out of the postseason, because baseball is constantly on crack and makes no sense. But skip ahead 7 months, and both sides couldn't have been more ready for this series. Cleveland was ready, and the way Skubal ended up pitching was as if he had this marked on his calendar for 7 months straight, and all he did when he was home was stare at it like this. This was the first series between these two teams since the playoffs. It's a 4-game series, and like I said, the Guardians were ready, winning the first 3 and making a statement, because the Tigers up to this point have been arguably baseball's best team. Tigers have done a great job building off of last year, so for the Indian Guardians to win 3 straight like that in Detroit was like, hey, we're good too. It may be a new year, but just like Nick Cannon's baby count, 2025 hasn't changed a thing. We're looking to expand the collection on that, and they were. Going into Sunday, the Guardians were 1 win away from a 4-game sweep. So with this being the case, and Tarek Skubal pitching against Cleveland for the first time since they beat him to end his season last year, Skubal wasn't just ready. He's been circling this day like it owes him money. Now, Skubal has already shown he has the mentality of wanting to go to war when he's out there. I mean, you could just tell by watching him pitch, but he got all fired up in a game against the Angels earlier this season. That's like firing yourself up by staring at a wall. If you can get yourself fired up pitching against the Angels, you can do it against anybody. Zach Neto took Skubal deep in his first at-bat in Anaheim. First pitch Skubal threw, Neto was all over it, and he enjoyed it. Now, Skubal noticed this. He noticed how much fun Neto was having, and he was ready for Neto to come up next at bat. He goes first pitch changeup this time, since he was all over the heater first at bat, stays soft slider that doesn't break for ball 1, throws another changeup that gets fouled off, again, like the first pitch, for strike 2, so he's thrown 3 straight softer pitches. He has Neto 2 strikes, so he says, okay, try and hit the fastball again now. He can't. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and Skubal stares him down, tells him to sit down. Neto says, you got me 1 time. Skubal looks back and says, yeah, I can do that shit too. Like, basically, you enjoyed your home run off of me, I'm gonna enjoy my strikeout on you.
Consider us even.
Now, here's where the humility comes in from Skubal that I really respect as much as I do his competitive side, as I think we all should. Neto is all pissed off, and this starts becoming a little bit bigger than Skubal necessarily intended it to go. Like, he wasn't trying to start some brawl or get some long baseball fight going, aka
I'm a dragon. Oh yeah, I want to rip this. I'm a lion. I'm a tiger over here. I'm a bear. Oh my.
The bullpens are starting to come out, but they get stopped midway because it wasn't that serious of a situation. And Skubal, never wanting or thinking it would get to this, looks over at Neto in the dugout and says, my bad. Neto says, you good, you good. And after the game, both admitted it was nothing more than what it was, just in the moment competitive trash talk. Skubal just wanted to let Neto know he has big balls, that's all. So look, if he was that ready to show Neto he had big balls after giving up a homer to him in this one game, you can only imagine how ready he was for this rematch against Cleveland after 7 months. Bro turned into John Wick after his dog died. Angel Martinez, someone who had 1 at-bat last year in the playoffs and didn't face Skubal, leads off the game, and Skubal goes,
I don't even know who you are.
Gabriel Arias, 3-pitch strikeout. Jose Ramirez, first pitch pop out. Then comes the first face-off with the biggest rematch for Skubal, the man who hit a grand slam against him in that Game 5. Lane Thomas, no problem here, ground out. Skubal's like, I'm gonna just tag this asshole myself before the next two hitters swing at the first pitch for outs. Guardians were very aggressive in this game, which helped Skubal because they may have made contact, but it wasn't any good. Another first pitch swing, that's an out. Austin Hedges, no shot. Nolan Jones swings at the second pitch, dribbler, he's out at first. Skubal strikes out Angel Martinez and Arias again and gets Jose Ramirez to hit into an out again. That's when the Tigers remembered they have to help their boy out. Zach McKinstry 2-run bomb, Javier Baez doubles, Gleyber Torres drives him home, Andy Ibanez drives him home. Logan Allen says, here's another run, go knock yourself out. It's 5-0 Tigers. The game is 1000% over at this point. The rest of it was basically just Skubal taking out the anger he's kept in himself since October 12th. Lane Thomas swing and a miss, see ya. Kyle Manzardo fly out, Kenzie Noel ground out. 5 perfect innings for Skubal, who also had just 50 pitches at this point in the game. So not only is he mowing these guys down, but he's being as efficient as possible. Skubal finally gives up the first hit of the game to the man with the least creative parents on the planet, Will Wilson. Damn, how'd you come up with that name? Austin Hedges next up. Again, no chance. Then Skubal says, this is getting boring. Let me plunk Nolan Jones, because screw him for whatever reason. So that guy, Angel Martinez, who I still don't know, can kill 2 birds with 1 stone double play. What an effed up analogy, by the way.
The key to that, Lois, is big rock, small birds.
Gabriel Arias pop out. Jose Ramirez gets a base hit because of course he does. If one Guardian hitter would come away from this game with a hit, it would be him. Before Skubal strikes out Thomas again and then gets Manzardo looking. 102, lefty on lefty, good luck. We're through 7 shutout innings, 9 strikeouts. This is when Skubal got even better somehow. Kenzie Noel, strikeout number 10. Will Wilson, ground out. Austin Hedges, why is he even swinging at this point? Just pray you walk. We're through 8. He's got 11 Ks. Nolan Jones, sit down. Angel Martinez, sit down. Up comes Gabriel Arias with Skubal just an out away from what would be the first complete game of his career. And it was the least competitive at-bat of the entire game. Swing and a miss 100 miles an hour, swing and a miss 90 miles an hour, changeup. Then Skubal says, watch what I can do! 103 miles an hour blown by him for strike 3. Out number 3. Strikeout number 13. A complete game shutout that takes Skubal just 94 pitches to do. So after Cleveland makes a statement of their own by taking the first 3 games of this series, Tarik Skubal comes out and makes a statement of his own by doing something nobody has ever done before, by throwing a 9-inning complete game shutout with 13 strikeouts in under 100 pitches. I don't think it's a far-fetched take at all to call Tarik Skubal the best pitcher in baseball right now, and I think it's a given that he's the most ridiculous one. Let me know your thoughts. Thank you for watching. Love you. Bye.